What's up, chosen ones, man? I'm back with another video. It's your boy, man. A lot of weirdo stuff going on around me as we speak. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people trying to. I searched up a couple words just to define what was going on because I noticed that every time, like I told y'all, that I eat a certain anything from a narcissist or just maybe I don't got the finances. I may go in the kitchen and I may grab something just out of the sure you know lack of financial gain that I got, right? And not only that, but the narcissist will offer, you know like they never stop, but they there has been periods where they'll talk junk and tell, even to this day, oh, he don't do this, he don't do that, but then they'll offer food, right? But I noticed what it is like, um when you eat that food, there's something secret going on. There's something private, and there's something complicated to figure out. In, incomprehensible, esoteric. You know what I'm saying? Something very confidential going on. And the narcissist won't tell you. They'll never let that secret out, that cat out the bag. They know that they are pulling tricks, you know what I mean, through the food. That's the first thing that somebody who, I don't want to call them, the W word, but that's the first thing that, somebody who envy you or just want to compete. Women are naturally jealous creatures. Guys too, a lot of guys too, but women especially. Like, y'all know the people in y'all family. Y'all know who the ones is who always got their mouth open, always spreading gossip and rumors. Y'all know exactly who it is. And those are the people I'm talking about. As far as when it comes to feeding you, them feeding you, you know what I mean? That's very, in my opinion, very risky, very dangerous. How many stories, I listened to a guy earlier talk about, the other day talk about the narcissist he was dealing with tried to poison him on multiple occasions. You know what I mean? Like, these people are dangerous, you know what I'm saying? They live amongst us in society. It's not just gun violence. It's not just gun violence out here. It's a whole chain of people who, you know, compete. It's a whole chain of a people who compete. And like I said, these people, to me, and in my life, has been the most intrusive because they are very abstract with what they're doing. You know what I mean? The word abstract, you know, abstract, means it's not solid. They're not doing nothing that's right in your face that you can pick up and be like, look at what they did to me. They're doing stuff that's like get you slowly over time, you know what I'm saying? Try to work on you with time, you know what I'm saying? And just weird stuff, man. Like, just weird stuff, man. Like, these people right here, man, you will never understand what somebody is. And even yourself, like, I've had to grow because when I was younger, I never thought, hey, I would pull a trigger. I would do this, I would do that. But the more stuff you go through, the more you age, the more you be like, okay, like cops do it all the time. Like, you start justifying things that when you were a kid you would never, you know. And on many levels it is normal. I mean, there's a dark side to nature. So, but what I'm saying is that these people try to act like they cool with you will make it worse because these people that claim they love you, you know what I'm saying? They try to make it seem like they love you and that it's all good. And they do it in your face, and that's the most disrespectful thing on earth. Because, like I said, they feel like, hey, I got a sucker on my hands. I got somebody who can't see the fact that I'm wicked. You know what I mean? So it's like the wicked wouldn't think that they wicked, right? So they can't see the fact that you see it, but they just hoping you don't never pick up, and they hoping that even if you do pick up, hey, I already done violated them enough anyway to get my point across that I don't like them. So that's the way these people think. I'm trying to tell you, and so Even it's weird because I'll tell you, even when I eat little like things like cereal or I eat something, it's like I said, it's almost like a supernatural feeling that I feel. I don't know if y'all can relate, but it's like a paranormal or a magic or a strange or phantom or it's intangible. Tangible means real. It don't even feel real for real. And it's not like I'm not trying to tell you like I'm like oh like something's going on like that, but I could just be chilling, right? And for some reason it's as if the narcissist's voice has like I said a supernatural um effect, I want to almost say. Like a supernatural uh aftermath or bring about or it has supernatural gist to it that it wouldn't have never had. It never had all its life. These unpowerful people using these worldly things amongst you, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, that's the type of stuff that is like disrespectful because it's like I said, it's like they try to do it in your face. And these people, the thing that make them even worse is that, like I said, they could just tell you to your face that I don't like you, but they're your own family, so they can't tell you that. They feel like they can't tell you that, and they wish that you would tell them that you don't like them, but they don't know. So guess what? They started to act out their hate for you in many different facets and forms. You know what I mean? Because they're unreal. They can't tell you to your face, hey, I really ain't feeling you. I don't like the way you be acting. These people are grown kids. They're like kids in an adult body. And that's why I say, like, God say forgive them for they don't know the evil they do. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's a I see it for what it is, to be honest. I'm not trying to put nobody business out here. I'm not trying to like, cause I know a lot of YouTube channels, they real, they real to the point and they tell y'all everything. But y'all know for yourself what's going on behind the scenes with y'all own folks. People doing little weird stuff, got little stuff, candles lit around the crib and stuff. And it's the stuff that I'm saying you don't know, so you gotta fast. This is why God tell you to fast, cause God already know that these folks preying on your downfall and they preying on, hoping that you don't fast, because fasting is it makes you untouchable in that way that I'm speaking of. And so these people try to stuff you with bullshit because they already know. Really, our natural state is invincible. They already know that in your natural. When you don't touch the stuff that I go by, you already got us. You already the game's over already. We need you to eat some of this, but we not gonna tell you. We gonna actually run game on you and tell you that you shouldn't eat it. But then we gonna tell you to go ahead, go get you some food in the kitchen. I cook. Da 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 da. Throw you off the scent. So now you eating that, and now you wondering why you feeling affected by somebody speaking around you. You super sensitive, extra sensitive. You ain't been sensitive all your life. That's why God tell you to fast. And then you start feeling more healthy right there, and within 24 hours you start feeling back to and you start feeling integrated back into your original state. You start feeling merged back into your, because all that food, it take you away from your organic position to where people talking around you and to you that really know good and well the stuff they trying to say around you and to you ain't really for you. It ain't for you. It ain't healthy. It ain't smart. It ain't sound information. It ain't helping you grow. It ain't doing none of that. But guess what? They want to do it anyway because they think you slow. And whatever you don't catch on to in nature, whatever you don't catch on to in nature and figure out and fathom is like a military weapon against you. If you can't figure it out, you just can't figure it out. That's how it's being run, fellas. That's how it's being run. That's how it's being run. Like I look at a lot of the great people who left us, you know what I'm saying, and I look at all their little miscues. You know what I'm saying? I look at all the little flags that's the same with this one with that one. I look at all the little, you know, the little signals and signs, and it's a couple of them. But what I'm saying is that bad things happen to everybody, but it's how you gonna be. It's how you gonna be, not how the narcissist is gonna be. It's how you gonna be. It's how you gonna uh, subsist and stand. How what type of stance you gonna take? I mean, I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about thoughts, I'm thinking about this, thinking about that. And as I'm figuring out my life on certain levels, I hear somebody voice and it's just persistent. Like, and it's like people talk like they don't know that you right in the next room. And like I said, they running game because they know exactly where you at. People ain't stupid, bro. People play stupid. Cause if that's the case, why ain't I trying to annoy people? Because I'm not stupid. Why ain't I doing stuff? If someone tell me not to do something or that it bothered them, then the first thing I gotta do is start being conscious about it, that it bothered them. Now, if I don't care, I'm gonna keep doing it. But see, that's the part where I'm saying that if the respect is not drawn, if the respect is not pinched, if it's not outlined, if the respect is not out, if it's not there, then technically these people ain't take you serious. So if that's the case, why wouldn't they do the stuff that you think that they might do or would do? Why wouldn't they? And this isn't personal, because this is what Satan wants you to do. Oh, why would I do this and do that to you? Why? And be quiet, bro. This ain't about you. This is about people. This is about common respect amongst people and how you get it versus why you don't have it. Because first of all, if you can't take care of yourself, then you got no choice but to eat dirt. You got no choice but to eat, you know what I'm saying, fall into their hands because you can't fend for yourself in this world. But who's gonna tell you that? Who's gonna help you? Who gonna help you get where you need to go besides you? Nobody. So that's what I'm saying. That's the part where it's like, bruh, unfair, right? Because life ain't fair. It's not. Life ain't fair, but the people who trying to capitalize, life ain't fair, but it's people who trying to capitalize off the fact that your life ain't fair. And these people want to live, these people, these people want to dwell in the fact that your life wasn't fair. They want to occupy that space. Oh, look at him. His life wasn't fair. Let me occupy that space. And so they see you secretly as competition. And they say, oh, we got to keep him down so we can stay up. And that's what I'm saying. And as far as that go, that need to be paid attention to. That don't need to be, oh, look at what they trying to do to me and look away. That's what fools do. That's what most fools do. Or people who don't understand how serious. life is. They see it and then they dwell. They see it and then they, you know what I'm saying, comfortable. I'm uncomfortable. I'm trying to get uncomfortable because this is this is this is this is just the steps, and it's the steps of it. Like it's the steps of the growth is to get uncomfortable because it's you being comfortable that they comfortable with. They comfortable with you being okay with not having no money. I mean, they comfortable with you not having no wife. They comfortable with you not having. That's what happens. And so you can't judge the way other people choose to live, what they choose to eat, what they choose to talk about, do, and stuff like that. You have to be the one to do it yourself, your way. But most people having a hard time making the transition to their next phases. And in the midst of transition to the next phases, like I said, there's a lot of stuff that you do within that mix that it slows down the growth. Like I have a hard time. Like I like to go vegan. I like to eat fruit, and I like to fast. I even be having a hard time just fasting alone. Like just like fasting for 2 to 5 days. Fasting is kind of hard for me. Like I don't know how or why. Maybe I need to do some shadow work on that to see. I think I got a little fear there, right? The stuff I've been programmed, the stuff the narcissist told me about, oh, you don't need to fast too much. Like in church, they don't even, like just always trying to nizzle away at anything that could really break, break anything that they, and then it's almost as if they know that that's going to help you elevate, but then they mad that you not elevating. So it's like they trying to frustrate you. And that's the part where it's disrespectful. All in all. Like, why open your trap and tell me to go right and then tell me to go left? Why tell me anything? Why open your trap? Why not learn how to be, cause you know why? Because they don't even got a life to live on their own. So they just like to mess with yours. But see, what I'm saying is that, see, chosen ones, we got to be extra strong. We got to be extra strong. That's the part where it's like almost unreal. At least it feel unreal, right? At least it feel unrealistic. And that's the key word I want to harp on this video is like the word feel, because the word feel is a special word, and I think it's the only word that can actually break any curse or break any type of whatever you want to call a spell or whatever, like, because all of that stuff got to do with matter, right? Controlling matter and energy and controlling the course of your life and how things go. But if you, this is why affirmations work, and it, like if you feel blessed, then it's like a defiant thing that you're doing. Like when I say I am blessed, I am rich, I am headed towards my goals, I am fill in the blank, I am growing, I am evolving, I like like telling yourself this is empowering. And when you turn on lights, all darkness has to evade, it has to go. And so what I'm saying is that we don't do that enough. See, the narcissist trying to beat you with consistency and persistency. They want to talk every chance they get to do what? Wear you down. But see, you not wearing yourself up. And you something, or the way you was raised is not to do that to yourself. Because all you seen is people trying to tell you, hey, don't do too good, don't be too great, hey, you can't do that, da 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 da. And even to this day, people want to like, they want to like I don't want to say discredit you, but yeah, kind of that. But like, they just don't want to look at you winning. Like, they don't want to see that, and that's cool and everything. But that doesn't have to like pervade your reality. But they want it to, and they show you that they wanted to. That's the part where I say it's disrespectful. It's one thing for you to hate and secret and like be a little punk, but it's another thing for you to be, oh, I want to show this person on. That's where it's like, oh, okay, you trying to like just be like a you know, you want to be like, like, I don't know, like you trying to cause commotion about it. Like, it ain't enough hate in the world to call for me to cause commotion with somebody else over it. But what I'm saying is that food, man, that's very, very important because that's nourishing your body. Like, your body is like your car. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, like, these folks, like this world, they know how to like mess with your food. Like, they know how to mess with your food. Like, even in World War II, Hitler was like, bruh, he was like, food is how we're gonna control the people. Like, that he said it. Like, the guy who, you feel me? Like, he said it. Like, so he even knew like the way people gotta eat. Like, but you don't gotta eat. You can fast. But they want to control the way you feel about food because that's what they're gonna run to try to stop your growth. Is the fact that you quote unquote need to eat. But yeah, I don't need to eat nothing that's gonna, mess up my growth. So it's just like a funny thing to say, right? So these people really, nobody should be invested in what you're eating anyway. When it comes to food, when it comes to sex, when it comes to things, these are private things. Like, see, this is how you know people are really on some weird stuff. Like, they invested in all the stuff they not supposed to be invested in about you. Like, everything about you, your sexual life, your your food, like, and they really trying to fabricate a situation that is uh they're trying to build and construct a situation for destruction. Straight up. At the end of the day. And I ain't saying these people are evil because, like I always say, I think that that's what puppets do. Like, it take a strong person to be different, not the same. Like, not to just go with the flow. I can't even give them credit for saying that they're evil. It's the matrix that's actually more powerful. You know what I'm saying? The people ain't powerful. The matrix is powerful. I'm not I can't even give them, you know, no special trophies for being used by the matrix. But, you know, it's if we want to take the attention off of them and put it on the matrix, we could look at the fact that the drinks, the foods, the chips, the candies, these things that we grow a little bit of a fondness for are totally bad. But but I even still get a craving for it based off how much I'm not eating fruit or based off how much I'm not I need to start taking my fasting way more serious. Cause I do it daily still, but I still feel like I'm fasting and then I'm breaking it with something that maybe I shouldn't break it with, and then so I'm like ping ponging, but it's about the consistency. You know what I'm saying? It's a fight. It's literally a fight for real, for real. But another thing too I want to say before I end this video is that you are who you hang with. Even if you hanging with somebody who you're not trying to hang with, you are who you surrounded by. And so finding a friend that fast or that's in the health is so hard for me for some reason. It's like I see them around, I see them on apps, I see them in, certain places, da 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 da. But it's almost as if I'm gonna keep it 100. It's almost as if these people and me have something in between us that's not allowing us to really like see eye to eye on everything else. Like maybe we both got the same diet, but like, and then I even had a couple women, right? A couple women that I'll talk to, and it seemed like they'll be more toxic or more just like, I don't know, maybe my game wasn't tight enough at the time, but these women, it's like I seen the vision, like, okay, she eat good, I eat good. We'll be hitting it off. And then she'll just like stop texting or something. Maybe the game wasn't fully tight or whatever. Cool. I'll take that. I'd rather take that than anything else. But because I'm working on that every day. But as far as like, it just seemed like it was something that was like, nope, the magnetism wasn't there. That like, nope, because I don't just, but it happens in the dating world. But I'm just saying, it's so much easier to go pick up a girl or get with a girl who just is on demon time, literally, like no pun intended, than to get a, like, you feel me? But obviously I'm always talking to women, da 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 da. But I'm just saying, like, when you're eating a certain way, say I'm eating like hot dogs and like rice and like stuff like that, still go crazy. It seemed like a woman will just come plunge herself into that. But when you're actually like on your journey and actually doing the right things, it's like, it's funny because it's like I'm speaking, but I'm double speaking to y'all because same time it do seem like I got more energy. I'm able to spit more game efficiently. I'm not nervous around women when I'm eating. So it, in the same token, in the same breath, it's like because I don't have women too while I was doing the health stuff, and life was gravy, no pun intended. Life was good, you know what I'm saying? But it's just something I noticed. Like, I don't know if it's just a phase I went through or something, but I noticed certain women who were healthy too and probably could add to my lifestyle. They had still had bad, they still had bad, like, toxic ways. Like they'll be doing the journey, but they'll be talking junk. Like, well, how does that work? Like, how, you know what I'm saying? Like, how does that work? Like, you healthy. I'm trying to be healthy too, but we flirt and talking, but you going into a toxicity on me, like, you see what I'm saying? So that right there just was like it was like, it was like I was trying to get up in life and I got kicked. You know what I mean? Like, and it just was like, bro, like, then like, it's just this little thing I be seeing. So it seems like it's another girl too I be talking to on like Meet Me. She's from New York. She's in the health, but she seemed like she cool. But she also hit me with something. It's like, and then I went back in, and it was cool. But I'm just saying, it seemed like even the girls who eat healthy, they be some of them ones, bro, that be having that spirit, that Jezebel. I don't know what it is, but I know God gonna send something right to me. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of these women, they be eating healthy and everything, but they still, something inside of them be like, bro, I want to violate this guy. You know what I mean? And obviously, there's different types of women out here. So there's toxic and there's non-toxic. But I would think that if you eating right, and working out and blah blah blah, you would, But I understand now that that don't fully define it either all the time. Like for me, it do. When I eat grapes, when I eat peaches and pears, you won't find me cursing. You won't find me disrespect. You won't. I mean, if I disrespect you, it may be a little toxic way of saying like, "Oh, I want to have," it may be like a polygamy joke or something like that. But they still be on boo, you know. But you got to realize too, you're dealing with a whole nother person, even though they eating right, they're working out right, their traumas and stuff still may be very much so deep rooted. So that's the hard part I would say about life is that just because you grow, don't think other people growing and at the rate that you growing at. It's all about a relationship. It means y'all are relating. So what a part of y'all are relating? Y'all 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 matter, like the matter of you, the gist of you, the body, and the matter inside the gut, and those things have to kind of be on the same page. It's not even, I don't even think it's always this. I think it's really the gut, the first brain. Like if something inside of her say this guy ain't for you or this guy ain't the right guy for you, she gonna feel that and she just gonna be like, okay, I'm about to violate. But see, vice versa. Like if I feel something too. So it'd be some women who I'd be like, dang, why don't I like her? She all good. She seemed like she, all good, but it's still something inside of me that'd be like, nah, she ain't the one. And I don't even want, I'm not even looking for the one, you know what I'm saying? Right now I'm mingling, but still, I can feel that, you know, that thing that says no inside, right? So I'm just saying, I don't know how I got all the way over here, but I'm just saying because you also need people who you can have an alliance with. And that's where most of my content really, I be trying to walk down that road of talking about friends and talking about, but man, I don't know why. It's like I be, you know, like I said, certain things, bro, it just seem at a distance, like all the time. But you know, I don't even really feel comfortable talking about making friends when I already had friends. It's just weird to me. So sometimes, you gotta check your unconscious beliefs. Like even me sitting in front of a camera, like what if somebody from my high school see one of my videos, be like, bro, he just talking mad junk, he weird. I mean, I don't care. But even me not caring is still new. It's still weird on a certain level because I used to would have cared. So it's just all new. So like on a journey, bro, it's like taking a stick and poking around like a blind man, really trying to walk down a hallway. And that's how life is because it's just like, how you gonna learn if you don't go down the hall? How you gonna? So I just feel like, bro, as far as like to end this and to summarize this whole thing, the growth you can do it alone. It's gonna be harder and it's gonna come with a lot more bruises and shit. But the truth of the matter is that when you think about it, forming friendships and relationships is probably the topic I'm gonna stand on for the next couple of days. Because even like my channel, having a YouTube, like this, the most subscribers I ever had. It's not even a lot, but I'm thankful for it. But even this is like, bro, like I see that y'all, you know, I see that I got like a mixed channel. So like my topics ain't consistently one way with y'all. Because even sitting in one topic and sitting there just doing one, that feels weird. You know what I mean? Like, and it's cool because yeah, I do believe I'm chosen and we're the chosen ones, but in the same sense, this is all new to me too. It's all new to me, bro. So I was watching a video and the guy was like, "Yeah, you're gonna be tested a lot more when you know, on your path and you about to do good in life, da 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 da." And so maybe that's what I'm feeling. A lot of resistance. And it doesn't feel good, man. It feels quite unhealthy actually. You know what I mean? Like it don't even feel healthy. That's why I said you gotta eat good fruits. You gotta take care of your vessel because guess what? Satan gonna come trying to pipe along and give you a reason not to win. You're gonna try to give you diversity. Literally give you diversity and you're gonna feel like, bro, like you're gonna feel out of breath, you're gonna feel low, a little depressed. Because had you stayed still, you would have felt depressed anyway. But you trying to go up the hill, it's just gonna be they're gonna do things that seem weird. Like, try to do things. But like I said, don't trip. If you're not making the friends you want to make right now, if you're not making the if you don't got the community and the company around you you wish to have right now, don't trip, bro. Stay in the game. Stay in the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you may not even be a big friendly guy. Like, even on your best day, that may not be you. Like, shout out to the guy I listened to, Jalen Wilson. One day I fell asleep listening to one of his videos talking about God. I needed to hear that. And it I really felt like that got me through because it was something happening at that day that was really, really annoying. And I felt a little bit like, I want to say like, not attacked, but just like pervaded. And I knew in my mind, like, damn, I don't really feel safe. Like, I feel like, my finances not right. I don't got the space I want to have. I don't got the, yes, I'm grown, but I'm not living a grown life right now. So it's very kind of dangerous in nature. And so when I listened to him, I fell asleep listening to him. I'm like, bro, everything he's saying right now, bro, it's making me feel just right to the point where I don't got no worries. And that's what I'm saying about when I said earlier, the feeling. I want to talk about the feeling. You know what I mean? Because how you feel matters. And when I say that, it could be anything because I don't know why how you feel matters. To be honest, I'm not that much of a scientist yet, but I know that I just know it, and y'all know it too. Y'all know it too. Y'all know it too. That it matters how y'all feel. It don't matter how. Cause look, one thing, I got a feelings chart in my phone, so I could look at all the list of feelings and the frequency of the feeling. So one of them is called good expectations, and it's a high one. But some things that trigger you in life, automatically, if you look at the list of emotions while you're being triggered, you'll notice that it's one of the ones that's not even up there, but it secretly is because it's high expectations in reverse, and it's low expectations. So if some things that are tedious in your life will happen, and what it'll do is it'll give you the feeling of a low expectation or bad expectation. So say like I said, the sound of someone's voice, they keep using their voice in a pestering way. That'll give you the impression that damn, how long they gonna go this time. So that's a low expect. You're having a bad expectation, meaning you're expecting them to keep going. You're expecting them to keep going, but what is that doing? That's lowering your frequency by you having a low expectation. So if you're able to see that, it feels more tangible. And as it feels more tangible, you could just ignore it. And because how you feel matters more than what you think. What you think, what you think doesn't matter. And that's why you're being caught in Charlotte's web, because what you think has no effect. Whether you think a good thing or a bad thing is not gonna make that thing happen. But how you feel, they call it your subconscious beliefs. That's the thing that you have to work on. And so even like I say, all these things, shadow work, da 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 da, bro, like how can I focus on all these things? And that's why I say making friends, bro. Making friends is important, bro. But even that alone, bro, you keep making people, you keep chopping it up with people, but these people, it's not. It's almost like it's not hooking. You know what I'm saying? It's not hooking, and that alone could drive you crazy. But not crazy, but just enough to like really, really make you feel like you said, your low expectation on that. The way you feel is messing with your spirit. Cause good and well you already have friends and you ain't had to do none of that. So now your spirit is, deranged because you're not feeling confident. But see, and you don't even want to chill with half these people out here. So that's make it even worse. But see, that it's a certain expectation. It's a certain list of expectations that you should have for what you call a friend. And so the reason why today I'm talking so heavily on the friend thing is because if you don't focus on it, you will not bear it, the fruit, because you have to chop it up with these people. And you have to chop it up with the right ones. Because there is wrong ones. There is wrong ones, and because there is wrong ones, the devil gonna present those people quick. Soon as the devil know that you want to make a friend, he gonna send all the people who you under your nose you wouldn't expect. So now you're in compliance with them people because you thought that, hey, I was trying to be cool with them before and they finally hit my phone up. But in all reality, you was talking to a demon the whole time, or just a vessel for the devil the whole time, but you couldn't tell because at that time they may have had something you wanted, meaning you was about to be their roommate or you was about to buy a car from them or anything above. And so now that you're a little further along your journey, you realize that these same people don't look the same to you, or the impression that the chance that they once had to hang with you, you see them a little bit different because you starting to see that this person may not be a good fit for the way my expectations is set up. This person may think that, you know, they could come into my life giving me advice. See, I feel like good friends, they don't come into your life giving you advice. They don't come in giving you advice. I always told my mom I don't like advice because the word is called advice. You're adding a vice because typically humans already know. Typically humans already know right from wrong. So anyone coming into your life with a bunch of advice, hey, I got an idea for you, bro. You should do this. That where you got to question what entity is behind this voice box. What is coming? What's behind this person coming into my life as if they know exactly what I need to be doing with myself, as if I am a dummy and I am somebody who you can just come in at any moment and just add vices to me, whether it's a good vice or a bad vice. There's no such thing as a good vice. So what are you adding to? instead of coming in saying, how you doing, bro? What's up, bro? Like, those are the people who I respect. The ones who got enough decency to come in and actually just vibe, catch a vibe. The ones who come in on a mission, like they trying to fix you or they trying to, you know, put you in position, I never trust that because that's weird to me. And I would never do that to nobody. I ain't gonna say never, but I wouldn't say never, but you know, I just feel like I got enough insight to see I could feel the way you text me, the way you call, I could feel the energy, I could feel the forcefulness, I could feel the vibe, and the way you coming across is very uh it's not the way I want to be approached. But either way it go, either way it go, you do gotta take chances. You do gotta understand everybody's not out to get you or hurt you. And you do have to let some people in. But the truth of the matter is that, like I said, most people not gonna let nobody in until you find that right person who is really solid and you know they solid and they ain't with none of the bull. That's when you'll probably open more doors for other people. But if you in the house every day chilling, minding your own business, making YouTube videos, you're not about to just let somebody, a party animal or somebody who living life at a fast speed, take you off your course and dunk you into what they talking about. And so they're not mindful of the differences in lifestyles. So a lot of people they trying to blend and just make it and do, and that to me is a turn off for real, for real. It should be obvious, but it's not so obvious. But they don't even know the type of time I'm on, and I do think some people be trying to help, but you know, it's all about presentation. Because even me, I know it's a world full of people out here, and say I'm about to like I think people do it to me too. The other day, I text two of my homies, yo, do you play chess? Because I was gonna send them a chess game in the iMessage so we could play, but I ain't get no response from one, and the other one responded, but they said no. But what I'm saying is that either way it go, maybe I was coming across a little bit too uh, expeditious, a little too swift, a little too quick. Instead of the yo, what's up, bro? How you doing, bro? Da da da. And that's very important that you always do that to your friends or potential friends. A little text message, hey, what's up, bro? Like, cause at the end of the day, let's be honest. In first person, we all care about ourselves at 100%. So if you even get this the scent that someone is coming into your life and making plans, or coming in and they're moving in more of like they're moving. See, when you love yourself, you move slow sometimes because you realize that if I really care about myself, I have to move a little slow too. I can move fast and slow. It's a rhythm that you balance for yourself. And so if someone coming in at a rate and they like, yo, let's do this, you like, man, if this crackhead don't get out my face, like I'm not about to move on your time. Like, and so what I'm saying is that that's kind of how, you know, you don't make it work because, you have to understand that the key to a relationship is time. And so you got to understand that if you don't hit these people up, you know what I mean, and just like move at a certain speed, like not too slow, not too fast, but just balance, it's a good chance that people lose interest in you or they're gonna just. And so that's important. I think that's sincerely important. And like I said, if you're the type of person to stay in the house every day, then your messages, your conversation with them should not be, yo, I'm about to go to an event this weekend, bro. And that's cool, right? Because there's events like, you could even make it host your own events. But like you could do a lot of stuff in the crib or around the crib. Like I don't know if I could find it, but in my phone I wrote some things that if I was to invite a homie over or something like that, there's little hobbies and activities that you can do that can be very, very, very cool, right? And it's not gonna be cool to everybody, but that's the point, bro. Like you supposed to be creative, bro. Like you supposed to be creative uh with with your friendships and your girlfriends and stuff like that. This is why a lot of people aren't doing it right. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I need to do more friendship coaching, my friendship coach, because I do a lot of lifestyle and stuff like that, but I don't really dwell in the friendship zone too much. But I'm thinking about it right now because we all have options. So that's not the excuse. The excuse is the lack of game you have when it comes to friends. That's the excuse. So let me go ahead and hop into this real quick and see what I got. When I go under my thing of friends, I go and look at Hmm. Mm. And y'all should have y'all places y'all meet friends online and offline. So offline, y'all should have a daily schedule. So if y'all go shopping, coffee, y'all go to events, y'all go to the fitness gym and shit and stuff like that. Church, like wherever y'all go, even online. Like for me, online is a big part of my life. So like I say, Bumble, Facebook, Meet Me. And like I said, it's kind of difficult to meet true, like friends, like on apps like that because one, I don't have a lot of photos, and two, a lot of people don't know me, so it's like you kind of look for um that balance. Cause I'm telling you, I don't have some friends in my past that I felt like was top tier for me. In my opinion, they were top tier friends, and so I kind of swayed away from them as I've grown and fell in more into a different, um, space. But it ain't nothing, cause like I said, you got your places you can meet friends, and you gotta use them for real, for real. But then when you meet the friends, you have to know how to approach them, and so the approach could be anything. It's and or open approach or opener, whatever you want to call it. And they could just be like, "What's up, bro?" Or I'm K. What's up? You know what I'm saying? Or whatever you want to do. That's simple, right? I think simpler the better a lot of the times. But also, if you got a cold approach, then like not cold approach, but like when I say cold, I mean like a great approach. That could be obviously better because first impression is everything. And like I say, most of these guys out here, to be honest, they looking to be friends with somebody, bro. From my personal experience, like going to Job Corps and just most guys are open to be cool with the next guy, but that's where the mind is gonna come in your mind, and then you're gonna have to understand that hey, um, you're gonna have to ask yourself like, what's my expectations of somebody that I'm just meeting as a guy, and so your expectations should be a certain thing. And it's unique. It's so unique that if you don't know yourself, you're gonna lie to yourself about them, and then you're gonna mess it all up. And that's what I'm saying. So your expectations, like, I'm gonna be honest, one of my top expectations is that they should be real. They should be real. A lot of people are real. A lot of people are real, and like real meaning they're 100% exactly who they really are. And so if you don't make that an expectation of yours, if you don't make that an expectation of yours, you might not live by it. You might not live by it because real, some people look real, but they not. Or they seem real, but they not. And I think the whole world is fooled by that, right? We're all fooled at one point in our life by what look real, but is not real. But we have to see through that in order to make some real friends, right? Because obviously, like real friends. But what do you expect, man, from somebody you're just meeting? And like I said, the phase when y'all are like really locking in, which means that y'all exchange numbers on Instagram, and then y'all are, uh, communicating and stuff like that. Y'all are starting to form a relationship, and then you have expectations for that. And so all of that's important because ultimately, what it is that you're trying to build trust with somebody. Like you're building trust, but see, the whole world ain't meant to be trusted. So secretly, it's a whole lot of fear and a whole lot of like low vibrations built around you making these new fellows, fellow friends. But say for me, like that I'm on my journey as far as church and like godliness. Like I'm starting to find a deeper love and appreciation for that stuff. So like, um, the YouTuber Phil Colford, that would be somebody who I would see in the phase where like I would see him as a bro, like as like okay, cool, like locked in, like I wouldn't have a problem. I wouldn't feel like he's somebody who I can't trust because he lives a lifestyle that is of God. So there's really no chance that there's a balance. Is what I'm trying to say. So I had a friend when I was younger, and this is what I meant by being real. I had a friend that his friend had a father and everything, and he was Spanish. And this guy one day got a tongue ring. And so, as us being young black men, and he's like Spanish, but that's still close to black. And so, like him getting that, it was like, what? That's kind of, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of off, from what we do typically, right? But like as I seen it and as I thought to myself that, the first thought was like repulse, like, I don't know. But then immediately right after that, I got hit with a dose of respect because I realized that this guy doesn't live for nobody else because he did what he wanted to do. Now, this guy had girlfriends, you know what I'm saying? This guy, his life wasn't in shambles. So it's not like he was like, you know what I'm saying? It's and so that was like a lesson for me too at a young age, like, bruh. But I didn't really pay it too much attention at the time. But now I'm thinking about like, bruh, like you're never gonna be risky or take risk if you care what people think. And so you can't be an individual. because that takes not only nuts, because that's the misconception. Oh, you need to have nuts to take. Yes, on some level, yes, we can just frame it, boil it down to just that. But it's also having structure to where, because you don't know if the guy had nuts or just that, he was raised a way where if he lose people, he not really tripping. And that could be seen as nuts, but I don't think it was really that for him. I think it was honestly like, I don't know what it was. It was just him doing what he felt like he should do. Like, it was weird, but when I seen it, it made me. And that's why I say, like, the number one thing I gotta see in a person is that you're real. And when I say real, like, you're just you, and so you're not influenced by what society thinks, because, like, even how people joke on Chris Brown and stuff like that about light skin, this light skin, he wouldn't get a tongue ring. He might get a ring like over here or like somewhere, but like the tongue ring was something I only seen women doing. So it was like, what, like, you know what I'm saying? But to this day, I don't think he wear it. I don't know, but I'm just saying that was like something I had to honor. It's like Lil Uzi. When I see Lil Uzi, it's like, it's like you already know what the judgments might be, but if that's who he really is, then there is no judgment that can be lawful. It's no true judgment. Like, and so when I, like I say, to end this video, when it comes to picking off friends, bro, it's one thing for you to let them just come into your life, which I do believe, you being realer and realer, people just, but that other aspect of sometimes, reaching out and deciding who you want in, sometimes it just feel foreign because we all raised in a neighborhood where we had not to do that. We didn't have to do that. So, like I say, I know how to approach women very, very well now, and I, have more conversations with them often. But as far as like approaching guys and stuff like that, that's a whole different. Uh, it's a different vibe and stuff like that. So, of course, I know how to say what's good, bro, what's up, bro, and stuff like that. But really building those connections, I just feel like is something that we have to consciously do or it won't happen. You know what I mean? I feel like we have to consciously try or it just won't happen. And so, step by step, layer by layer, you know what I mean? Because I ain't acting like I ain't had friends before and people chop it up, but you know, the social dynamics, real social, I never had that fully down packed. So even when I have friends, they'll just be like, okay, I talk around them, but I'm not the most talkative person on the planet. So, but it's just weird even talking about all this stuff. Like I said, but like it's really humiliating. Like you militarizing. Like you let everybody see that you're not good at conversation. Like, but we all gotta be humbled, I guess, in life. That's really what I sensed though when Burr got the tongue ring. It was a humble. It was like a, this guy is him. He's only one. Like how my mentor talk about, like in the Matrix, you are the one. You're the only one of your. He was the only one. It's only one him. And so that right there is just because it wasn't coming off as forced. Like, people try to force being different, and you be like, oh, this guy. I mean, it's still cool that you're being different, but you're stepping out of your lane to be different. It was like, nah, he really just didn't care, and so that went right along with the flow of who he was, and it was beautiful to see somebody doing that, and so it's just something like I feel like in I can't even say because in the black community there is people who are real, but you don't see it too often. And Little Uzi, I feel like is one of them. Little Uzi is one of them, but everybody's not that different. You know what I mean? So some people may be being real and still the same, if you know what I'm saying. So for me particularly though, I do think that there's things about me that is unexplored. Like playing video games, I used to do it as a kid. I might have to redig that. So when I say unexplored, it's not unexplored. It's just it's just it's afar. It's afar, and so it doesn't feel. My life is not clogged with things that I love to do, and so also that comes with the friendship stuff, right? Like you're not gonna invite someone over your place if you don't got no 2K. You're not gonna invite someone over your place if you don't got no cookies. Oh, I'm vegan, so if you ain't got no like um papaya, you know what I mean? Like, and so I'm so different too that when it comes to stuff like that I be feeling like people not gonna really, they're not gonna see, they're gonna feel like that's abstract. They're gonna feel like he's doing a lot of stuff that's abstract, like, and it don't really stick for them. But that's what I seen when I made the changes. Certain people from my past tried to stick with me, and I tried to stick around them, but it just so happens that they would have had to sacrifice things to be with me, and I would have had to sacrifice things to be with them. So that's what I feel like was the thing that was changed, that was different, which could be a good thing. So I don't want to look at that as a bad thing, but finding them next set of people who gonna really like see exactly what you talking about every time you talk, like that's kind of like something I ain't never really, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just used to a certain demographic of people, to be honest. I'm used to a certain uh, way of life, you know. And I'm not a gangster, but I think I was hanging around a certain urban, I was, that was my view growing up. Like my mom liked that type of guy, so that's the type of, you know, even my father, he's not a gangster, but he's still urban to like a great degree. He was like a producer and these other things. Like, so that pattern is all I ever knew from an early time frame. And so as I grown, because obviously I wasn't no gangster as a kid. I used to watch wrestling and things like that. But then, you know, if Get Rich or Die Trying came on, I would watch these things. I would go to a lot of schools in New Haven, which was like I would see a lot of violence in school. I'll get into my little fights here and there, but and that would kind of plug me into a certain vibe. But and I would stand up for my, when you standing up for yourself at a young age, that creates character. So you're not you're automatically becoming different from these other people who don't stand up for themselves. So you can never see yourself as someone as a like a punk at that point, because you just, and because you didn't even tell yourself you wasn't a punk. Society started to say this guy is distinguished because he would fight. But then there's like, so it's levels to that though, because in one situation you would actually be the softer prey, and then in one situation you would actually be either A, the aggressor, or B, the guy who was being played with and punch somebody. But in those two scenarios of A and B, society and women and stuff will be like, oh, okay, he's one of them ones. And that will come with a certain amount of esteem and self-love and all that stuff. But that's not has nothing to do with class, right? I mean, class and growth has everything to do with more with inner character, which would be you knowing how to speak up instead of punch or violate. You know, it would have everything to do with sophistication. So that's really where the growth must take place on a sophisticated level. And as you reach these older ages and points of life, like that's why it's hard to make a friend, because it's not just based on just like kid stuff. It's based on real deal, like real deal. So like most of the friends y'all probably gonna make at this age are gonna be either for the rest of your life or just, it's kind of an all or nothing thing. That's why even in the dating world, you get out there and talk to some women, and you realize that hey, a lot of them you not gonna get, because they on some, if you ain't serious, bro, I'm taking this as life or death. Because the last guy broke their heart or hurt them so deeply that it took them so long to get over it that they probably told theyself, hey, another guy do this, I'm killing him. So I ain't gonna lie. So like at that point, you have to know, and just you have to be very careful out here, y'all. Like I'm trying to tell y'all, like this is an all out shenanigan. Like life is a all out, it can be very chaotic. So you have to structure it. You create the lifestyle, daily lifestyle. Then you create the friend group. Then you create the girlfriends and stuff like that. But you have to have order, because if you don't have order in your life, you know what I mean? All it's gonna take is for one person to start wilding out. Cause say for instance, you get two women. If one of them women catch that other woman disrespecting you, then she gonna start disrespecting you. Not all the time, but in most cases. So you gotta have things to fall back. You gotta have security, meaning, okay, I just got one woman and she really, really value me. Meaning if she catch another girl disrespecting me, she might question me, like, you let her talk to you like that? But she ain't going nowhere. So then technically at that point, that other girl gonna have to humble down and simmer eventually, because she gonna realize it's two against one versus two against one. So that, and I'm just saying, all of that security come with time, because you have to build yourself as a man to be great. You have to build yourself to be great, because it's just no way around it. So that inner, like, it's so many things, like we could go in circles all day, because it's really a blind game as far as you know it's 24 hours in a day, for real, for real. So how you gonna spend it, you got to be the one that cut the lights on and add that structure to your life. If you don't add structure, it will not be no structure on your life. That's why I like Arlen Moore, the lifestyle coach. That's why I like RSD in them a little bit. Just because what they're doing, they're building their whole life around adding structure to every little thing, even the minute abstract things, because they're aware that hey, if I don't do this, I'm gonna go backwards, because life is not something that just sits still. Like even the YouTube, like today, I didn't feel like posting. I promise you. But guess what? Like I'm on like video number 2, maybe, or I don't know, but something inside of me said, bro, you gotta do something, even if you don't post your 8 or 9, you gotta do something, because structure gotta be on it, regardless. Even if it's a bad structure, is what I'm trying to say. Even if the structure ain't, because what I'm doing is I'm training myself to be a man of structure. So even if the structure ain't at 100% strength and everything you need to have, it's still there. And so the day was a success because I did it. And because I did it, whether it was sloppy or not, I still did it. And because I did it, tomorrow I can sit there and say, okay, I did it yesterday, even when I didn't feel like doing it. So hopefully I feel like doing it today. But if I don't, I still know that yesterday I did it, but I ain't feel like it. So I built the muscle on a day where I ain't feel like doing it. So either I'm gonna double down tomorrow because I really feel like it, or I'm not gonna do nothing, but I'm gonna still know I could have did it because I did it today when I didn't feel like it. So they say the best chess players in the world win because they play it so many times. And that's what I'm saying. That's all this whole video is about. Outdoing yourself. This is an hour long video. I don't like posting hour long videos, but I'm gonna mess up because guess what? I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, so I'm gonna mess up and do things that are, like I said, sloppy. It's gonna be sloppy, and it's gonna irritate me on a spiritual level because I like things to look professional, even if I'm not a professional, because I see other people doing it. I'm gonna keep it 100. See, this journaling and shadow work forces me to look at the ugly parts of myself. Like one of my favorite YouTubers, Phil Kofer, is very, very cinematic with his videos. And so that makes me want to be on his level. But see, I'm not him. So technically, I'm on his level because we both doing what the F we want to do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just mad that my channel don't look perfect, quote unquote. But see, that's an insecurity. So this is an opportunity I faced that. And I just post my hour long video. I go forward and I accept it for what it is because it's pretty selfish to try to be like somebody else. It's pretty selfless and selfish. But listen, man. Then I get to these points where I just start talking, talking, talking. One day I'll master YouTube. I will. One day soon to come. I'll master everything. I'll master. Hey, one day I'll master it all. Everything I spoke about in this video will be mastered real soon. And I look back and I laugh. Say, yo, I knew I was doing something great. But I finally understand that things that are great don't take off in the same day that you post it or do it. It takes off with time. RSD, all these people you look up to, bro, they started with 0 subscribers. They started with 0 views. I'm privy to the fact that there's promoters out there and guys who pay for views, and I understand that game. But I still built self respect when I did it without the views. When I do it, when I see, you gotta love it, bro. You have to gain the love for it. One of my favorite people to listen to is Rick Ross because I feel like he got the right spirit and mindset. See, people just know the energy when when you on that energy. You know what I'm saying? People just know because you a monster, and people could tell, and that's attractive, bro. Because you something else. You know what I'm saying people can't figure that out. They can't figure that out. So Like I said, I'm gonna be great at everything I do. Making a friend, making a girlfriend, being a leader, being a father, being, come on, bro, all of that. Because I was never supposed to be linked up and grouped up with groups of people like that. I was always supposed to be a lone wolf, but the only difference was I was supposed to embrace it, because embracing it was gonna break every barrier. The first time and the second, whenever I decided, it was gonna break it. And so the universe had fought like hell to stop me, because the universe knew within itself how powerful some of the orbiters of the universe was. And so, you know, it had to fight me, bro, because I'm like Yoda. I'm like Zeus. I'm something, man. I'm something to be. I'm a force. So when you feel like this, when you act like this, and when you think like this, it's just a certain amount of it's a certain amount of how can I say it? You're building. So because you're building, the confidence is different. It's different when you talking that ish and you not really doing nothing. And it's different when you talking that ish and you just started doing it. But when you really look in the mirror and say, nah, I'm outdoing myself. That's when you know, like, okay, bet. Cause me, I'm gonna keep my head down. I'm not about to gloat, brag. When y'all ever see me bragging in any video or any, y'all don't see it. Y'all don't see it, and I'm not even doing it right now, to be honest. Because I understand the game. Because I understand that I ain't, yo, I understand. I'm humbled by it. You not understanding it till you humbled by it. Cause you understand the greats don't talk. The greats don't talk. I've been peeped that. Michael Jordan, he'd talk crap. But when you talk crap, it was in a way where you understood his position. Some people talk crap and they talk crap and you be like, bro, this guy's an asshole. That's not MJ. You know what I'm saying? MJ did it from a stance of I am Zeus. Kanye, he does it from the Zeus position, like I am God. And he really think it, meaning it's a different feeling. And because it's the fit, like I said it earlier in the video, it's about how you feel. That's where God, that's where God magic lies, and the devil. It's all in how you feel, and that's really where the magic is. And because that's where the magic is, you going like how Yoda said, be with the force. You either gonna be with the force or of the force, meaning you either really got it down or you really just about to get rolled over. And what I'm saying is that real men, real people don't get rolled over; they do the rolling on. And so I'm just saying, bro. Like it's real when you want a girl and all, but you want I don't even really want a girl. I don't really want, you feel me, a relationship. But like, you want to have like good vibes with women. You want to chill, hang with women, and make content with women. But yo, I don't face the fact that, bruh, God not letting me do that right now. Like, I'm not saying I can't do it because I don't did it on my other channel, but I had to realize, like, bro, you all alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to look for an easy way out, maybe, or maybe you just feel like even if you do it, like it's just gonna be a vibe. And but God, like, no, bro, like you can't do it right now. I'm not a bad looking guy. I know how to talk to women good enough to get a chick. I know how chicks come over and forgot to vlog or just didn't want to, whatever the case. And like I said, like other days I went to, like things don't happen that y'all could have seen. all those times, and y'all ain't never seen it, and that's giving me a sign that, bruh, I don't post consecutive videos. Y'all haven't seen a single girl on this channel. So that to me let me realize that, bro, this is a self-love season. This is a self-love season, bro. And just cause you ain't looking at that don't mean that it ain't happening. So eventually God got me to look as I've needed to find my lane. And so you might want to be some pickup guy or some social guy, but you can do it still, but that's not your calling. You know what I'm saying? You're one of one. So you can't even be in a pack of people like that. You might could visit or make a video with one of them folks, but God don't even want that right now. God wants you to sit in the chair of you and be humilitized. And so people can eat from that. You know, they could get the fruits from that. They could say to themselves, hey, this guy is a real person. That's what I like about Phil Kofer is that he's a real person. So I already know if you meet him in real life, he not gonna be on no. He's just not a funny acting guy, and that's kind of what I'm saying. Like that's not even, that's my norm. Like that's the type of guy I am. You're not gonna see me in person and be like, oh, what's up, Kay? And be like, just act funny. Like that's weird. I understand for some people that's regular, but for me that's just not my. It's not me, so I don't know, man. But bro, I done did too much talking, bro. I hate doing that. Too much exertion of energy, bro. I don't like that. What like the feeling that come with that? It feels like a fail, like a loss. Like you lost, like you exerted too much energy. Could have posted 5 to 10 videos with all that. Come on now. A lot of people throw this video inside of an editor and break it down into 10 videos and post all 10. That would be pretty smart. I don't know, man. See you on the next video, though, man. I need a freaking. I don't really care to get an edge up. I also hate the feeling of feeling like, bro, you made a little bit of progress with your channel. So now, as of these last couple of days, I've been feeling a little bit diverse as far as like going harder. Like it don't feel. But I did hear you supposed to go harder in the moments where you get a little breakthrough, where you supposed to go hard, bro. So maybe I'll hit y'all off with another 10, either tonight or something, man. I got some videos lined up for y'all, so I'm definitely going to hit y'all with some because we got to talk. And then I got some friendship videos that I'm gonna build for y'all. Friendship videos, like I think I'm gonna do the when it comes to friendship, I'm gonna do the approach. I'm gonna do the approach. Then I'm gonna do the maybe how to text friends because we could go back to the female joint after, but you know, talking to women, bro, you got to get that down because that's something you need, bro. But as long as y'all stay tuned in, bro, we gonna cover all grounds. And once you got the girls going and you got the friends going, then and I'm talking friends as far as female friends and guy friends. You got that going, then Next thing to do from there is to have your financials going, because you got to be able to travel. Because any city, and my boy Arlen Moore said it before, any city you go to, bro, you should have 2 to 3 people in each city that you could hit up. And he called it like something networking, cyber transferring, something like that, transurfing or something like that. And so, but like, yeah, if I wanted to go to like PA right now, if I wanted to go to Mass, if I wanted to go to Virginia, having 2 to 3 people, if you don't got that, bro, that you could hit up, yo, bro, I'm in Mass, bro, what, yo, or even if you can't hit up some new people and be like, bro, inbox some new people that you see in Mass, like party on Tuesday, da 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 da, with a couple friends. My boy Arlen got game. When it comes to friendships, my boy Arlen got game. So that's important as far as just learning that. You know what I'm saying? My boy Arlen got game for days, bro. So just, and I'm a black young man, so being around these like white guys and like college, girls and guys, bro, you gotta be likable. And so, like, just being honest with y'all, like 9 times out of 10, everybody could be likable, but y'all just gotta work on it. And so, when I say likable, you gotta fit. You gotta be fit. Like, you could be different because people like the real you, but you gotta figure out how can the real you be, integrated. You gotta be an integral type of. You gotta understand that everybody different, and so you gotta just know, like, and once you could fit in, then you know that, hey, from here, like, I'm good, bro. Like, I could be myself and just like, be a well-rounded. That's what they call it, well-rounded. So we gonna make more videos on that because I think that's a topic untouched. I mean, it's not untouched, but a lot of people don't want to talk about it too much. And yeah, man, when I talk like this, it really shows me to me that, bro, it ain't nobody on planet Earth that won't be my friend. It's just the fact that if you're not doing it, bro, it's feel away. And that's the most embarrassing thing in the world to yourself. Humiliating to yourself. You're like, bro, what am I talking about, bro? Everybody want to be my friend. Except for me. Nah, all jokes aside. But if you just you know, work harder at that, you'll realize that everybody not supposed to be your friend, but you're not supposed to like feel inept that you can't do it. So we're gonna talk about that. And also, last thing before I go, man, these females, man, 50% of them should be your friend. The other 50, you should be smashing. And then the other 40, and then the 10% is gonna always reject you just because they got something going on in their life. So just be okay with all three of those them rounds and you good, bro. But all in all, stay on your, they call it your purpose. Stay on your purpose. And things are, like I said, will fall in alignment. You just got to be able to mold your lifestyle. You got to be able to play with it. It's like Play-Doh. You got to be able to mold it and just keep going. It's the stagnation that will always invite Satan back in. It's the stagnation that will always allow the narcissist back in. It's the stagnation that will always allow those bad habits to be there. Like when I'm in school, do I got time to jerk off? When I'm making YouTube videos, I still do got a little time. But I'm just saying, like, it's not the same time. I'm on a different type of Dave said I'm on a different type of time. And so instead of us trying to be Superman 24/7 and fight things we know we probably want to do, let's just also get better at living life. And so we could substitute a lot of the times that we would be eating bad food, jerking off, or just like whatever, you know. I don't know. But I'm gonna see you on the next video, man. I'm out, man. Hopefully y'all learned something. I don't been rambling on for an hour, but this is what I do over here on this side. And so the I'm gonna name this one Chosen Ones. Um they're doing dark things, and then slash friend groups, you know, little custom title, whatever. See you on the next video, man. I'm out.